So this movie is based on a book, and let me give you a very quick rundown of what happens in that book. Chief dies, and the master, as I call him, wants revenge, and that's what the book is about. Todd has a mate and kids. The kids get gassed out by the master and die. He kills Todd's mate. Time passes, Todd finds a new mate and has more kids. They all get shot and killed besides him. A kid dies from ingesting animal poison meant for rabies-affected foxes. Todd is chased by Copper for a very long time and eventually dying of exhaustion. Copper lays over the top of him half dead. At the end, the old master has to move into a retirement home which doesn't allow pets, so he takes Copper outside with his shotgun and closes the dog's eyes as he aims his gun. God damn! Hey guys, Blazie here, and welcome to my review of The Fox and the Hound. I haven't watched this movie in years and years. I've been scared to watch it, honestly. I didn't know if I would still like it, and remembering how it ends, if I'll even like it. I never want to say that, because I just don't, because it's The Fox and the Hound. It's a classic. But alright, let's get into this review. The Fox and the Hound is a 1981 Disney film based on the book of the same name, starring some pretty well-known stars. Mickey Rooney as Todd, Kurt Russell as Copper, Jack Alveston, aka Grandpa Joe from Willy Wonka as Elmer Slade, Paul Winsett, the original voice of Tigger as Boomer, John Fiedler, original voice of Piglet as the porcupine, and Corey Feldman as the voice of young Copper. So they're at least the ones I know of and such of like this time and age. So yeah, lots of actors. The movie is about a friendship between a fox and a hound, which is not ordinary, you see. No, foxes and dogs cannot be friends. Dogs hunt foxes and foxes are hunted by dogs. That's how it is in society, apparently. Stupid dogs always chasing us. I like to see what they think of us chasing them. Fellow foxes, we must rise up! Back to the review. So let's start with the plot. Sadly, of course, Disney being Disney, Todd's mother dies by a hunter at the start of the film, and is left all alone. Big Mama and Al comes down to help with her two friends, Deaky and Boomer. And yes, there's a moment where he says, "Okay, Boomer." Ha, ha. I'll also say here is I don't mind these two. Deaky and Boomer are the comic relief. I don't really find them funny, but I don't find them annoying either. They're just kind of there to wake up the most intense moments and such. So yes, I don't mind it, because the comic relief in these movies can sort of make or break a film, for the most part. For example, Olaf in Frozen. Nobody likes him. Nobody likes him, and that could be a real big, points lost to the film, you know, like giving it a lower grade because comic relief sucks. You know, something like that. But with these guys, I do like them. But yeah, they figure out a plan to give Todd to an old lady named Treed, and she happily adopts him. At the same time, next door, Amos Slade, nice name, not a villain name at all, returns home with a new hound puppy, Copper. He already has a dog named Chief, but he's growing old, so he needs a new hunting dog. So we have a nice old granny character raising Todd the Fox, and a grouchy old hunter raising Copper. Now one problem I have with the film, at this point in the film, some time passes, but it's so unclear how long it's been since the two got a home. Because Todd seems happy where he is, and Copper knows to howl when he sniffs something out, which he does when he and Todd first meet. And that's how they meet, he sniffs them out, which is kind of cute, because he knows to howl and all, but then they just play hide and seek. It's all very cutesy. It's just unclear how much time has passed here and there. And yes, this happens a lot in the film, like within a minute or two, they're declaring themselves best friends to be friends forever, which again, very cute and heartwarming. Just that first time skip, at least near, say, 2 weeks or something, in my opinion. But yes, when they're kids, it's all very cute and cuddly and nice and wholesome, and I love watching it. And their singing by Big Mama was great in the scene, talking about friendship, but also how things can get in the way of that. And that's a big theme here. But anyway, there's another thing I wanted to talk about as well. There's something about this film that it's very bleak. Like, the colouring is very dark and gloomy, might be a good word for it. It's definitely a style that does work for a film, don't get me wrong. It does give it a different look compared to other Disney films, but a part of me, like, this also feels like a Don Bluth film, rather than Disney, honestly and oddly enough. It's not a bad feeling though, don't get me wrong about it. It's still a very beautifully animated film. Though after doing some research, I did learn, I think this was a movie that made Don Bluth leave Disney and start his own company. So yeah, it's probably definitely inspired or what by Don Bluth before he left. Because like, I think basically a bunch of new younger people were coming into Disney and there was all these problems and such and blah 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 blah. So some interesting trivia for you. So you're going to go through the whole plot here. I mean, I probably will, knowing me, I always do, I always say that. But in short, Copper gets caught going off all the time, gets tied up, Todd still comes to play and gets shot at by Amos, learning just how dangerous he is. Next day or so, Amos is off on a hunting trip and is going to teach Copper how to hunt, and Todd is taught by Big Mama what Copper is going to become. Interestingly here, we are shown some fur skins of animals, and there's a fox. Is that his mum? Well, alrighty then. So time passes, the two grow up, Copper comes back as a trained hunting dog, and Todd gets a spanking new collar. Oh yeah. Todd greets Copper, and yeah, Copper isn't attacking and such, saying it's great to see him, but tells him to go away and such, but gets caught. Todd runs off with Chief finding him, but then Chief gets hit by a train. So yeah, that happens. So now Amos and Copper want revenge on him. So to keep him safe, Tree decided to get rid of Todd in this sad moment and leave him in a protected area from hunting. Of course, that doesn't stop Amos, and so while Todd is learning about life in the wild, he is introduced to Vixie and the two become very close. But okay, before Amos and Copper take off, we see Chief is still alive. Just now has a broken leg. Now this ruins the whole revenge thing. Yes, I could see someone as crazy as Amos wanting to get revenge and killed the fox, but the intentions of really wanting to kill him for breaking their dog's leg on accident because that dog chased after him just doesn't really work. Now, I did look it up, and this is basically what the book is about, the hunt. But I did mention that beforehand and how that book goes. It show is like completely different, that's for sure. But in the book, he dies. And at Disney, a lot of people agreed Chief should have died. But the director, or whoever was like in charge of this movie, didn't want that to happen because at that point, they had never killed off a main character. And they weren't going to start now, in his words. But it would have made a much better story. A bit more darker, sure, but a much better story. And this could have been like why Don Bluth left and all that, is because of all these different arguments and all that, and how this film should have been handled. So the fact we even got, like, this film in the first place sounds like a miracle, honestly. So the rest of the movie is Todd being hunted, ends up with Amos and Copper fighting off a bear, and as Copper is fighting him, Todd comes down, saving his life, and once the bear is defeated, Amos reappears with gun in hand, ready to shoot Todd. But Copper stands over him because, well, he's his friend. He realizes that. Because, like, he just saved his life. Todd came down to save him, to protect him from this bear. And so Amos does his shoot and just goes home. The next scene, I'm weirded out by. He is back home and getting his leg, which he hurt, mended by Treed. Because now they're friends? I don't get it. Since when have these two gotten along? I guess it's meant to be this nice kind of ending, but it's just like, it's like all this like bittersweet ending with like Todd and Copper, but between them two, like Treed and Amos, it's kind of just bad writing. It's weird. And then like that's how the movie ends. Within like Copper like remembering them talking about being best friends forever, and he smiles, and Todd and Vixie are up on a hill watching them. So after rewatching this film, after so many years, I am glad I rewatched it, so I can say, it's okay. I honestly, like, this movie does have a place in my heart. All the dialogue and everything brought back memories of watching as a kid, and I enjoy watching a fox on the screen and a dog trying to howl. It's all very cute. But rewatching it, it doesn't really have that Disney magic, you know? The colouring is kind of dark and gloomy, though the animation is really nice, and the overall story of friendship is what's important there, and it does feel very Disney-like in that kind of sense, and where it is at its strongest, and what truly makes a movie. All you care about is Todd and Copper and how that will turn out, because after all, Copper has become a hunting dog now, so yeah. But, like, this film does have some great commentary into social behaviour and such. It is a great lesson for kids. The simple thing would be that friends can change over time, but a best friend will always be your best friend. Like, I haven't seen my bestest friend I had throughout my school life since high school. Last I heard, he had a kid. Like, maybe more now. I don't know, but point is, I would still take a bullet for him, because he will always be my best friend. And that's what this teaches kids. Not only that, but it's kind of about race, and what society expects of us. That you are a dog, you hunt foxes, that's all you do for me. Well, why can't I be something else? Why can't this person be my friend? Because I'm supposed to hate this person because you're telling me to? You see what I mean? There's a lesson here about society expecting us to be a certain way, but that's not us. We'll make friends with whoever, and in the end, we just want to hang with that person, no matter what society says. And that society can poison our minds by saying they're bad over and over, but not ever getting to know them. You know, like how Treed knew Todd was a friendly, harmless fox, while Amos saw him as simply a chicken hunter. You know, he just hunted chickens and ate his food and all that. Well, that never actually happens in the film. Something like that anyway. I'm rambling a bit, but yeah, something like that. I know what I'm talking about. So the friendship is there. The story between these two is great. And that's what it's all about in the end. And the climax, the last few scenes of the movie with him fighting with a bear, are not only beautifully animated, but it's intense. And does keep you watching. So I don't think this is the best animated Disney movie around. I do think that overall the friendship does make it worthwhile. If it once Todd is being hunted by Amos, is when the film picks up and is where it's at its best. I really like the last few sort of scenes, the last few couple minutes of this movie. It's really, really good at that point. So that's why I'm going to give this movie a 6 out of 10 Todds. There honestly just wasn't a whole lot during some of those scenes that made me want to keep watching. It's got some slow pacing they fill in with comedy from the bird characters, but overall still a good film. Also, apparently they're making a live action version that might appear on Disney Plus, so I'm kind of looking forward to this. Yes, I know, live action, but it could be pretty cool. I feel like if they do it right, this could work. And hopefully it's nothing like the book I mentioned at the start of my intro. Now, I do know from what I've heard, yeah, they're going to be like CGI animals, but it will be like live action. So I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued in what they do with this. So what's next for me to review? Well, I don't know. It depends on when I get the money, because I got this one on Blu-ray, which was a little bit expensive. Wait. The Fox and the Hound 2? Oh, no. Hope you enjoyed that video, guys. If you did, give it a like and subscribe to my channel, because I love you if you do. Hit that bell icon, and this fox says, be who you want to be. Alright, guys. Bye for now. I got a hair right on my nose. Nope. And Todd is caught by Big Mama. Well, what Copper is going to become? I said caught, didn't I? Yeah, whoops. So now Amos and Copper want revenge on him, so to keep him safe, Tree decided to get rid of Todd in a sad moment. Why does it say sound? What? Good job writing, Blazie. It's the one thing you can do, and you mess that up. But, okay, before Amos and but yeah, in the book, he dies. And at Disney, apparently a lot of people were agreeing Chief should have died. But the director and a lot of people agreed Chief should have died. But, blah. He is back at his home getting his leg... Hick? What the hell did I write there? Getting his leg hick. Fit? What? What did I... He is back home getting his leg hit. He hurt, mended by Treed. Getting his leg... fixed? Getting... that? He hurt? What? Which he hurt? Which he hurt, mended by Treed. Okay. Blazie, learn to write. Jesus. And the climax and the last few scenes of the movie with them fighting with the bear is not only beautiful and animated,